All right, today we're tearing down an investment memo for the Conlay. It's a new, super luxe residence smack dab in the middle of Kuala Lumpur. So the big question is this a golden opportunity or is it an overpriced trap? Let's get into it.
Let's just cut right to the chase. Here's the final verdict right up front. The analysis is crystal clear. This property is an absolutely fantastic asset for one very, very specific person, and, well, a pretty poor choice for another. Our job today is to figure out which one of those people you might be.
So why such a split personality? What makes this building so polarizing? Honestly, it all boils down to one single, critical feature. This is the absolute cornerstone of its entire value, its direct, fully sheltered link to the Conlay MRT Station.
And this slide right here lays out two completely different versions of daily life. It's fascinating. If you're using public transport, your life is, well, pretty seamless. But if you own a car, you're signing up for a daily fight with some of Kuala Lumpur's worst traffic. This one thing, how you get around, pretty much defines your entire experience of living here. And here you can really see the power of that connection. We're not just talking about being near the action. You are literally on it. One stop and you're at the TRX Financial District. 2 stops and you're looking up at the Petronas Towers at KLCC. Believe me, in a city like KL, this isn't just about saving a few minutes. This is a massive, game-changing advantage.
Okay, so we've nailed down the killer feature. Now for the million-dollar question. Or, in this case, the multi-million ringgit question. What's it going to cost you? Because, as you can probably guess, this kind of prime access does not come cheap. You are paying a serious premium.
Yeah, we're talking about a price tag hovering around 2,250 ringgit per square foot. That is a hefty number, putting this building firmly in the top tier of KL's luxury property scene. So, what exactly are you getting for all that money?
And this is so important. You're not just paying for that MRT link, no, you're buying into a rare freehold title right in the city center. You're getting the rock-solid reputation of its developers, E&O and Mitsui Fudosan, plus the incredible design pedigree of architect Carey Hill. It really is the whole package: location, tenure, and brand.
So, for any investor watching, here's the real question. What kind of return can you actually expect for laying out that much cash? Do the numbers justify paying that premium?
Well, the analysis points to a pretty respectable 4.8% gross rental yield. Now, for a prime luxury condo, that's a solid number. But, and this is a big but, it's only possible because the building attracts a very specific, very high-paying kind of tenant.
And that brings us right to the heart of the investment strategy. See, this property isn't designed for just anyone. It has been precision engineered for a very particular profile. And if you don't get this part, you don't get the investment.
I mean, just take a look at who's buying the place. Over 70% are foreign investors. That's not a hint. That's a giant flashing neon sign telling you exactly who this is for. It's for international players who want a stable asset in a can't-miss location.
So the ideal tenant. Think corporate expats, single professionals, maybe a couple working in the nearby financial hubs. These are people on the move. They value convenience way more than space, and they're more than willing to pay top dollar to avoid that traffic nightmare we talked about earlier.
And this whole strategy is literally baked right into the blueprints. The apartments are intentionally on the smaller side, topping out at just over 1,300 square feet. This wasn't an accident. They are designed for one thing and one thing only: to maximize the rental income per square foot, not to be somebody's long-term family home.
All right, but it can't all be good news, right? No investment is perfect. So, to be fair, we have to look at the other side of the coin. What are the big trade-offs, the critical risks you're taking on by putting your money here?
And the risks here are very real. The biggest headaches are that brutal traffic, if you ever do need to drive, and the sky-high price in a market that is already swimming in luxury condos. I mean, there is a ton of competition out there. On top of that, your success really depends on a foreign expat market, which, as we know, can be pretty unpredictable. So here's a crucial takeaway. While the rental income looks pretty stable, you should not be expecting your investment to double in value overnight. The memo is very clear on this. Any growth in value will be slow and steady, held back by the massive amount of competition from all the other new buildings popping up nearby.
Okay, let's bring it all home. We're going to circle right back to where we started and lay out the final verdict in the clearest way possible. Who is this investment actually for, and who should probably just walk away?
It really doesn't get any clearer than this table. This thing is a home run for an investor focused purely on rental income, someone who lives on public transport and loves the idea of a branded, dual-hub location. But it is a total mismatch for a local, price-conscious family that needs a car and is banking on quick capital appreciation. It's just not that kind of party.
And that kind of leaves us with one last big provocative thought to chew on. As our cities get more and more gridlocked and just getting around becomes a luxury in itself, does hyperconnectivity, like a direct link to a train, become the most valuable real estate feature there is? Is the train station the new beachfront property? Something to think about.